Imagine if everybody died and it was just us in this room and there was like, we probably need a few thousand people. You need a few thousand people, like regular people, like you and I that don't know shit about how these things work.
Yeah.
How much time would we need if we repopulated the earth with what we know? Basically, you're starting out like a half-assed prepper, you know, like someone who's on an episode of Lost.
Yeah.
You know, like one of those plane crash people trying to figure out how to survive out there. You're not inventing that. How long is it going to take?
Infinity.
And how many people have to pave the way? This is the thing. For every one of these people that makes an invention like this, you're making this on the back of thousands and thousands and thousands of super geniuses that have figured out each and every step of the way that can lead you to thinking, is this possible that we could do this next? You know, they all build on each other. So you need all these guys, and hopefully they don't get any, because otherwise they're going to get distracted.
Yeah.
You know, I bet if one of them gets a hot wife, like one of their patents kicks and they start making bank, and then all of a sudden he shows up for work in a Ferrari, and next you know he's got a hot wife, everybody's like, oh my God.
Yeah. Civilization just went back 100, 200 years.
We're going to lose Tim.
Yeah.
Tim's taking Adderall, coding 18 hours a day, trying to figure out how to get us to Mars. Actually, that's a bad point because Elon clearly gets both and doesn't seem to be affecting him at all.
I think Elon's different.
He's definitely different.
Yeah. I think some people are different.
It's fascinating how many people want to find flaws in what he's doing. Instead of just looking at this like, wow, this is an extraordinary time to be alive. But it's because of this narrative that people have. One of them, the big one, is this USAID is killing people narrative, that people have died because of USAID. And then a bunch of people have given examples of how them cutting the funding has led to the end of certain people's lives, like where they were in hospitals that didn't have any funding. And there's a lot of that you could point to say, right, if they had the money, they would have had the funding and they would have had that equipment in place, or maybe they wouldn't have. But here's the other thing. That's not discounting the fact that a lot of that money is fraud.
Yeah.
A lot of it. Like, it's not a little amount. And the idea that you should let it go on because it's going to save lives and there's a bunch of people that are stealing money. Okay, I see that argument. But why are we sending them money in the first place? Like, did we do something to them? Do we owe them money? No? Right. Okay, we're just being nice? Are you sure we're just being nice? Is there anybody profiting off of us being nice? Because usually just being nice for no reason and just giving tax money away for no reason, I don't think they do that. I don't think that's real. I used to think that was real. I used to think that charity was real. And now I look at it, I go, oh, no. This is a giant scam that's wrapped up in virtue. It's wrapped up in a nice, cozy blanket of being kind and compassionate and virtuous and doing good things for people all around the world. I think a lot of people get involved in those things because that's what they think. We're going to do good things around the world. The good people. I really believe that. And then they find out how it really works. And then they get stuck in that system, and then they're making their way up their, air quotes, corporate ladder to the point where some of them are making $1 million a year. And you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this? This is a business. This isn't really charity. Most of the money is going to your employees and your overhead and why do you have such a big building? Like, what are you doing?
Right.
How come you're not just funneling the money to these people?
Exactly.
Like the LA Fire Aid.
Yeah.
Great example. Spencer Pratt told me what number did he say of nonprofits got that money? So over $100 million gets raised. I don't know the exact total. All of it goes to these different nonprofits. I think he said 200 different nonprofits got the money.
Yeah.
So, and then what happens to that? Well, they just pay their employees. They pay overhead. They pay their rent on fucking nice office on wherever they live. Mm-hmm. Fuck, man. It's so disheartening because so that's what all that stuff is. And it's also, if you listen to when Mike Benz has been on my podcast a few times and explains USAID, people think of it as aid. You think of it as, oh, we're helping the world, which is great, right? But it's not that. It's the Agency for International Development. And it involves funding rap bands overseas that are the subversive rap bands that are supposed to excite people to take over the government. There's like a bunch of like weird shit. It funds rebels. It funds newspapers and... What was he talking about? Like there was a lot of it like funding rap music. Like, this is crazy. People have long said that rap music, even though, listen, you love hip hop. I know you just got back from Kanye West. I'm a huge hip hop fan.
We got to talk about that at some point.
We definitely do. I love hip hop. But there's some people that believe that gangsta rap in particular, when it came about in the 1980s, was a part of the push to popularize it and produce it, was a part of the government, some faction of the government, some intelligence agencies wanting to create more crime, wanting to fill more private prisons, wanting to erode the fabric of society so they could push for more laws to keep you safer. This is like one of the most tinfoil-y of tinfoil hat conspiracies. But people are pointing out that right now is like one of the rare times where no rap music is on the charts.
Yeah.
And they're saying, well, how does this coincide with USAID? Was USAID like actively promoting rap music? Was that one of the reasons why rap music was so popular? Mm-hmm. Is that real? That can't be real.